Okay, so I'm in on this live chat, just to check it out, just to see what they kind of heat they was bringing up in there. You know what I'm saying? I said a few words and people seen that I was up in the live chat and they was all giving it up like, oh, Bruce Vane up in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. And they were showing me love and everything. And, I was sitting there, you know what I'm saying? I didn't say much. I was just checking it out for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing if it was any good or whatnot. And then the subject of Manny Pacquiao came up. And then a few people start going in and saying, well, we know we can't get Bruce Vane's honest opinion on this because he's biased toward Manny Pacquiao. And I sit up there and I wrote, I'm like, I'm not biased towards Manny Pacquiao. I like Manny Pacquiao. Just because I do a video on a person, it doesn't mean that I dislike him. And just because I do a video on somebody, it also doesn't mean that I like them. I say what I see and what I feel and what I know is to be true. I don't care who it is. I don't care where they come from. I just don't understand how people haven't figured this out by now. But yet people still come with their narratives. But everybody swear up and down, I have a narrative. When you can look for my body of work and it's clear to see I am all across the board, straight down the middle, period. It's not hard to see. The proof is in the pudding. Well, go check my body of work. All right. It speaks for itself. But you know what I'm saying? I was telling these guys, I'm like, look, man, I'm not finna have this conversation with y'all. If that's what y'all believed, and just go ahead and believe it. And they was like, look, man, just tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? Manny Pacquiao lost that fight because Floyd Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao out of his prime. And I'm like, oh, here we go. The whole out of their prime, Floyd fighting people out of their prime crap. Man, so I just went and bounced. You know what I'm saying? I was like, look, that live chat just ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? I just going to have to stick to the UGC. You know what I'm saying? We got the livest fucking boxing live chat talk on all the fucking YouTube. I don't care what anybody says. You go in on that, I guarantee your ass will be entertained and you'll be back again. Anyways, that's just a side note. But addressing those people who had something to say in the live stream, because I wasn't finna do it right there. I was trying to enjoy myself. I was trying to be a subscriber for the day, not a content creator. I'm finna body all this crap for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So no matter where, this question is always asked and is always said all over YouTube. So I'm going to take the liberty to body this for everybody. I'm going to put it to bed for everybody. So you ain't got to wonder about it. So you ain't got to, so you ain't got to think about it no more. I'm going to hit all the categories. I'm going to hit everything, you know? The problem with people out there who say that Floyd Mayweather fought Manny Pacquiao out of his prime should be blatantly obvious. Do you know why? Because Floyd Mayweather is older than Manny Pacquiao by 2 fucking years. Yeah. So now what? See, because it's always, he fought this person out of their prime. He fought that person out of prime. He fought Cotto out of their prime. I've already told you. Okay, Floyd Mayweather is also older than Cotto. Okay, so how come people are concerned about other people's age and when they get out of a prime, but nobody ever mentions, hey, do you think Floyd is out of his prime, being that, he's 32 now, being that he's 34 now, being that he's 36 now, being that he's 38 now, being that he's 30. They never bring up if Floyd is in or out of his prime or not, but they'll bring up other people's that he's older than. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, so did we just body that or did we just body it? There's nothing else you can say. Okay, I don't want to hear that out of that prime crap. Okay, he's older than him by 2 fucking years. End of story. Okay, what's the next thing you want to bring up? That's coupled with that whole he's out of his prime and he fought him out of his prime. Why the fight did not happen on time. Okay. Now, this is something else that I'm finna put to bed. And after this, there's no more arguing about it. There's no more talking about it ever in life. OK, so I don't want to hear it no more. All right. Roll that beautiful bean footage.
We haven't heard it from your voice as of yet. Why did that fight fall apart?
I think there's a lot of, Floyd reason. That's why the fight is canceled. And what I believe is Floyd, he doesn't want the fight.
Manny, there was a lot of negotiation with the type of blood testing that would be for that fight. A lot of fans are wondering, why not submit to WADA-style testing? Why wouldn't you do that?
Not the day of the fight, because it's going to be affected of my condition. I will admit blood testing before and after the fight, but not the day of the fight.
Okay, Manny Pacquiao clearly stated he didn't want to take the drug test because he didn't want to have to draw blood the day of the fight. And that was his problem with the Mayweather deal. All right, and that's that. That's out of Manny Pacquiao's mouth. All right, so there's no need to go around the world with it. Okay, Manny Pacquiao also said he didn't have no problem taking a drug test before or after the fight, as long as he don't have to do it the day of the fight.
Not the day of the fight, because it's going to be affected of my condition. I will admit blood testing before and after the fight, but not the day of the fight.
Then when Mayweather offers him to take a drug test 15 days out prior to the fight, up until the fight, he also had a problem with that. That's two separate occasions where he turned down a drug test. Now, one thing's for sure. If that's the problem, then he lied about the first one, because evidently he has a problem with taking a drug test the day of the fight, and he has a problem with taking the drug test 15 days out into the fight.
Floyd Mayweather said 14 days before the fight to the fight. Like, you wouldn't get tested that day of the fight, but a full 2 weeks before you couldn't be tested. What about 15 days before the fight? That would still bother you?
15 days before the fight, I'm in heavy training, and you know, it's going to be affect to my heavy training on that time, and I think it's not good to have to do a blood testing on that date, because 15 days before the fight it's going to be heavy training.
Okay, now you can only ball that down in two pockets, and that's this: either he was ducking or he was on steroids. Now tell me I'm lying. Which one you want to call it? Either he was ducking or he was on steroids. Pick one. There's only two lanes.
Why not submit to WADA-style testing? Why wouldn't you do that?
Not the day of the fight, because it's going to be affected of my condition.
14 days before the fight to the fight. Like, you wouldn't get tested that day of the fight, but a full 2 weeks before you couldn't be tested. What about 15 days before the fight? That would still bother you?
To do blood testing on that date, because 15 days before the fight it's going to be heavy training.
What?
I will admit blood testing before and after the fight, but not the day of the fight.
14 days before the fight to the fight. Like, you wouldn't get tested that day of the fight, but a full 2 weeks before you couldn't be tested. What about 15 days before the fight? That would still bother you?
15 days before the fight, I'm in heavy training.
Bruce Vane, I'm out.
You're an American, right?
Yeah.
I'm an American. I was in the Olympics. I represent the red, white, and blue. You know what the American rights should say? Well, why is this guy that's from another country who come over here and make money and take it back to his country? But once again, I'm feeding American citizens every day. All I ask is give a little blood, give a little urine. That's a crime.